Hello students, today I am going to deliver lecture on the topic of relational calculus. Relational calculus is a non-procedural query language by which we can tell the system what to be retrieved. Since it is a non-procedural query language, that is why we cannot mention the procedure. Procedure what? Means that in which in a query in a rational calculus query we cannot mention the sequence of operations for the execution of a query. Okay, we can just mention what output we will get. Okay, so relational calculus is further classified into tuple relational calculus and the domain relational calculus. The tuple relational calculus uses the variable for display the output. Okay, where the variable range is the tuples. Whereas in the case of domain relational calculus, we use variables where which ranges over the domain elements, means the attributes. So, in the topological calculus, the way of writing a query is that, okay, in the braces we write the query, okay, and we partition the query into two parts. On the left side we mention the variable which display the output, and and the right side we mention the expression that is actually the condition for the tuple variable, for the output variable. Okay, whenever the tuple satisfy the condition, then it will become the output tuple. Okay, so here the expression can be simple or the complex. In the simple we just use single condition. Okay, but in the case of complex we use multiple conditions by using the help of by the help of logical connectives or the quantifiers. Okay, this is an example of relational calculus query. Here we have a relation student which is having the first name, last name and the age attributes. Okay, and the query here is that retrieve the name of those students that is which is having the age greater than 26. Okay, so first we will we will assume an output variable, output tuple variable. Okay, so here I have assumed that t is the output tuple variable. Okay, so since we want the name of students, okay, and not want the all information of a student, that is why here I have mentioned that t dot first name means that we just want the first name from the tuple. Okay, here the t is the output sorry, here t is the variable or a tuple variable that holds all those tuples that satisfy the condition. But we just want the name of students, not the whole information of a student. That is why here I have mentioned the t dot first name. Okay, so only the first name from all tuples, so we will get. Okay, in the right side we will write the condition for the tuple variable t. Okay, as you can see here the first name is belongs to the relation student. Okay, therefore we must uh, write here that the tuple t must be belong to the relation student. Okay, so to write that statement, we will write here like this: the student in the bracket we will put t, means that the tuple t must belong to the relation student. Okay, so another condition is what? Another condition is that the age must be greater than 26. Okay, so these two conditions must be satisfied at the same time. That is why here I have used the AND operator and logical connectives. So to mention that the age must be greater than 26, so here I have written that t dot age must be greater than 26, because the age is also belongs to the same relation, and the tuple output tuple is also belong to the same relation. That is why I have written that t dot age. Okay, t dot age must be greater than 26. So let's see the concept of quantifiers. The quantifiers actually quantifies the variable of a predicate or expression. The quantifiers are further classified into the existential and the universal quantifier. This is the way of written, this is the symbol of a existential quantifier, and this is the expression that used the existential quantifier. Okay, the meaning of that expression is that there exists a tuple t that satisfy the predicate qt. Okay. So that expression will return true only when there exists any tuple, there exists at least one tuple that satisfy the condition q. Okay, if any tuple exists, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, whereas in the case of universal quantifier, uh, we use that symbol to represent the universal quantifier. Okay, so so meaning of that expression is that for all tuples, if condition qt is true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, let's see the use of quantifiers in a relational in tuple relational calculus query. Here we have two relations, employee and the department. The employee is having two attributes, name and the department number, employee name and the department number. Department relation is having department name and the department number. Okay, now here query is then retrieve the name of those employees that works in the sales. Okay, so first of all we will assume a output tuple variable which is t here. Okay, since we want the only the name of employees, that is why here I have mentioned the t dot name. Okay, from the from every tuple, every output tuple, we just want the name of employee, that is why I have written t dot name. Okay, in the right side we will mention the condition for the tuple t. Okay, as you can see here, the name, employee name is belong to that relation. Okay, so means that the tuple also must be belong to that relation. So here I have written the employee in the bracket t, means that the tuple t must be belong to the relation employee. Okay, let's see the another condition. So another condition is what, the employee must be must be working in the department of sales. Okay, so in the case of relational algebra, we do in the natural join, okay, on the basis of common attribute, right? So first of all we will calculate those tuple that is having department name sales. Okay, and then we make pair between two relations on the basis of the similar value of the common attribute, right? Means that the sham 6 will make pair with the 6 sales, ram 2 will make pair with the 2 marketing, right? Okay, so here we will write condition that the corresponding to the every tuple t, there must be exist at least one tuple d in which relation, in relation department. Okay, okay, so we will calculate the tuples corresponding to the tuples of tuples t. Okay, so this is also, this can be the tuple of t, this can be tuple of t. Okay, uh, so corresponding to these two tuple, first we will calculate the tuple d. Okay, if there any tuple d exists, then the tuples will belong to the tuple t. Okay, to the output variable t. Okay, so first we will check the condition. So condition is what, there must exist some tuple d. Okay, in which relation, in relation department. Okay, so here I have written department in the bracket d, means that tuple d must belong to the department, and that department name must be the sales. Okay, so I have written d dot name must be equal to sales. Okay, and next condition will be what, the department number must be same. Okay, means that the sham 6 can make pair only with the 6 cells. Okay, so department name must be same. Okay, so d dot d number must be equal to the t dot d number, means the sham 6 corresponding to the sham 6 can only there must be exist tuple d that is having the department number 6 and the department name must be cells, and the tuples must be belong to the relation department. Okay, so this is the way of writing the query using the existential quantifier. Okay, in the next lecture we will see we will see the domain relational calculus. Thank you for the today's session.